Hey you guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of air. So if you're a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages are for you for the weekend of May the 3rd through the 5th, 2024. So I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. Please keep in mind these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you're wanting to book a personal or private reading, be sure to check the description box below for ways to reach me. Also, if you are looking for your individual sign reading, that has moved to Patreon. All right, so we have the overall energy as the Hanged Man. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, the World. We have the Ten of Wands, the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Five of Wands. All right, so I kind of feel like maybe you guys have been isolated and maybe trying to put things into perspective. Kind of feels that you are blocked off from everything or everybody. It seems like you're just kind of wanting to be alone. It does seem like you value your time, your space. There are cycles that are completing as well. I feel like you have just closed one chapter of your life, but there's still things that you're coming to full circle with. I feel like you've completed some sort of something dealing with self-awareness, some sort of self-assessment, self-awareness. I do feel that you appreciate you. I feel like you don't have time for people that don't appreciate you. I feel like you've been independent. And I also see that there is like more work for you. There's more work to be done. It's like you're still not finished, even though you've, wrapped up several things in your life. I feel like you're still at the finish line with other things. I feel like you're also needing not to take on any more. Don't spread yourself too thin. I feel like you're doing enough. You might want to help other people in a sense, or try to take on one more responsibility, but I feel like you have enough on your plate. And it's things that you've been thinking about as well. I feel like you've been thinking about life. I feel like you've been thinking about the world. I don't know if you want to help the world. I don't know if you feel out of place in this world. There's a lot on you. You might be having like a lot of heavy thoughts at the moment. Like you're thinking about things that are just like out there, and things that are also maybe beyond your control. You also might be thinking about the afterlife a lot, or wondering about like your next life. Seems like you're having a lot of spiritual thoughts. And then this is also the energy of like savior energy. Either you are wanting to save the world or somebody around you does. I kind of feel like I don't know. Maybe you're trying to figure out if you need to make some sort of a sacrifice too. There's something significant in regards to a fire sign and an earth sign. Maybe these people have been weighing heavily on your mind. So another thing I'm seeing is from like a metaphysical standpoint in a love situation. There's somebody who is remote viewing, or somebody who, I want to say, they have access to you, but like in a metaphysical way. Maybe you're aware of this and you've tried to block this energy and you're hiding from them or dodging them. And I feel like it's two energies that are competing for you. I feel like these are two separate energies. I feel, and that might be another thing too. Like if you have been confused about somebody's energy, or you keep feeling like somebody is watching you, but you can't quite figure it out, or you're torn between these two people, I feel like it's because both people are watching you. They both want to compete for you. I don't know if they know each other. I don't know if this is just something that is just happening simultaneously, but I feel like there's the energy of two people. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if two people were competing for your attention. I also feel that you and another person are into each other, but you're trying to suppress those feelings or avoid each other, but it's becoming more and more frustrating. I don't know how much longer the two of you can take it, ignoring each other, or pretending like there's not an attraction there. You could be dealing with any type of blockages, or something is like on hold. You also just might be very busy this weekend. It might be hard for you to get some alone time or privacy, which might frustrate you. I keep getting the message of somebody stuck in an unhappy relationship, and this is why they haven't come forward, but you still might be connected to them in some way. I feel that, you know, somebody is having to fulfill some sort of obligation. They have to complete that obligation first before you guys can come together. And it could be something going on in your life too. Like you might have other obligations, or like a lot of loose ends that you're kind of focused on right now before you can have time for a relationship. I feel like somebody has your number blocked. As far as career, there could be some sort of financial opportunity coming your way, but it seems like you might have to give something up if you accept this offer. And that might be where that sacrifice energy is coming from. Career-wise, I feel like somebody has their eye on you, like you're being considered for a position. So there's a strong possibility that you could be recruited by a company or somebody. The only thing is that it seems like it might require either travel or require you to relocate. Either way, any relationship you have seems like it could be heavy. It feels like a big responsibility or obligation. And I feel like what's happening is that um, is it's made so that the two of you are strongly attracted towards one another in order for this to work. Like in order to have fulfill this life lesson or this spiritual contract, it's like you guys have to be intensely attracted to each other. So it may start off with a strong physical desire to be together. It does start off like intense lust, but I feel like it serves a higher purpose. And not only that, but I feel that your root chakra is in need. There's a lack of security, and maybe security is needed in regards to companionship. It could be either companionship or finances. Companionship for love, finances for career. If this is career related, it's still a strong desire. It's still some sort of strong attraction, like you want this job so bad so that you'll do whatever needs to be done to get through this life lesson. I almost feel like somebody is trying to have a relationship with two people, but it just starts to become too difficult. You might be asking yourself, who do you see like a long-term future with? I feel that whoever you're attracted to physically, you still ultimately start to look at it from a practical standpoint. You're like, okay, I need to make this make sense. Like I need to think long term. And so I feel like you're trying to see who you could see a future with. I could also be picking up on the energy of someone who is considering you and another person. If this is about that job, it's like you are questioning, should you do this? You're like, is it worth it? I feel like you're just asking yourself a lot of questions because you really want this career or this job. Another thing I'm getting is that someone is thinking about either visiting you or wondering if they can move in with you. And that part, that can be with anybody. It could be a friend or a family member. If somebody is wanting to move in, I feel like that is part of the burden. Like maybe you feel like you have enough going on in your life, but something about the situation is hard for you to say no for whatever reason. I don't know if you're going to say yes or no. You're conflicted. In a love situation, I feel that somebody is either pursuing you or setting boundaries with you. Depends on who's chasing who. Even if it's like you're being pursued, I feel like you're either playing hard to get, or even if you're not necessarily playing, you're just kind of like being very difficult, because you have set some sort of bar, and it's like a high bar. And so you're giving someone a very hard time. But if they can meet your standards, I feel like you'll give them a chance. All right, let's pull some energy cards. All right. Additional messages for air signs. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, you have strategy, the world, happy family, second chakra, Archangel Ariel. All right, so I feel like something does have you thinking. You're motivated and you're trying to be strategic about what your next move is going to be. I feel like you're also kind of dealing with some sort of sexual frustration. There's something that you're trying to figure out. I feel like whatever you want might require you to travel or to go far away, but it's still possible. So you might consider pursuing a dream. You might find yourself also spending time with family this weekend and just enjoying yourself and enjoying each other's company. Family could be visiting, or you could be visiting family. There's also the possibility of relocating. Hold on. Yeah, there's also a possibility of relocating. Um, I feel like ultimately, though, you're going to have some sort of happy ending. You're going to have some sort of wish fulfillment or some sort of dream come true, or something feels like a dream. If this doesn't manifest yet, it could be that you're having some sort of dream or premonition about your future, and it seems like it's giving you some sort of happiness. You also might find yourself journaling about something or looking in your journal for answers. Maybe there's something that you documented that can help you with a current situation that you're dealing with. Yeah. All right. So hopefully these messages help. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.